Hi, my name is Mirko and here we are in Greece, in the Peloponnese, and today we visit the ruins of Tiryns. We just got at the entrance, already huge boulders here, a very massive wall, huge stones all over the place. Unfortunately, the site is just near one of the main roads, so there's gonna be some background noise all the time. But definitely a massive construction. Tourism here is scarce, not like Mycenae, where we went yesterday. There's probably 15 people in the whole site at the moment, judging from the cars in the parking place. So I'm sure we'll enjoy it. Okay, this is about the southern wall. You can see it stands on a very small hill here in the plain. And there are a few passageways here, quite powerful. Look at these stones, really huge blocks. But they are not accessible at the moment. There's another one there. The wall seems to be a polygonal of the second kind, so huge stones, roughly shaped, with smaller stones in between, at least in this part. The site was first described by Pausanias in the 2nd century AD, and it was already in ruin back then, so officially it's a Mycenaean fortress, but finds have shown that people have been constructing walls and living here as far as back as 7,000 years ago. At least that's what is officially recognized. A really massive wall. We'll check them later, I hope, from the inside, but they get to a thickness of 17 meters where the corridors and the tunnels are. That boulder there. Definitely big. Okay, here apparently we're rising up to the lower citadel. Impressive stones, one after the other. And already Pausanias in the 2nd century AD was saying that not even a man with 2 mules could move the smallest of these blocks of stone. So actually, I believe that the term Cyclopean walls was born here because, according to tradition, people who built it, this fortress, had the aid of Cyclops. Okay, here we are at the end of the lower citadel. You can see the passageways, tunnels we saw before from the outside, which are unfortunately closed. I hope we can see some tunnels. At the entrance there was a plate saying that due to restoration works from 2016 to 2020 some tunnels were closed. Now we are in 2024, but apparently they're still closed. As usual, the top is triangular. We've seen that before. Again, huge blocks, one after the other. And as I've seen earlier, it's not always the case that the largest blocks are at the bottom. sometimes they're at the top. Here you can see this passageway. These are the remains of a gate. As you can see, even the topmost block is quite impressive. Just a few of the stones around here. They're not really polygonal, they're not shaped in a way to fit too nicely one to the other, but still they're huge. They're all huge. I mean, these are all over a ton. Many of them over 2 or 3 tons, like this one. Here it appears as though there was another gate, or at least some kind of window. Well, hard to say. In modern times we would say there was like a slit for shooting arrows and stuff like that, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense if you can go on the bastions above. And anyway, it's triangular again. And as I was saying before in other videos, I sometimes repeat myself because maybe you just stumbled on my channel with this video. Anyway, these kind of triangularly shaped tunnels and windows and doors, I've seen exactly the same in central Italy, in other polygonal sites I visited there. If you're interested, you can find them on my channel. It's called Stone Riddles, Polygonal Walls of Italy. It's a documentary, or you may find also a lot of videos on it, but they're mostly in Italian, as I do both English and Italian commentaries. Okay, that's the gate we just came down from the lower citadel. And now we move on, always along the walls, to the upper citadel. So here in the middle of nowhere, right on the side of the walls, there are the walls, there's this huge monolithic piece of stone, which is quite particular. It's got some kind of a tub inside with a central part. I honestly have to say I have no idea what this is, but it's huge. Just to give a comparison of the size. I'm not supposed to go in, but it looks quite nice. Strange piece of stone. And here we have the entrance to the so-called upper citadel. Again, huge boulders like that one on the left. It's good to get inside, away from the sun, as there are already 30 degrees and it's not even noon. I believe this was done at a later time, this stairway. Another huge boulder here. It's just massive stone after massive stone. So we almost got to the top, and there's this strange square halls going down. One here, which is not that big, but there's one over there which is much bigger, but not so deep. Okay, we get to the upper citadel here now. There's some small remains. They put a lot of concrete to make it more flat. This is what they call restoration. There's another bastion of the outer walls. There was a door, a gate there. I can see it very large, but unfortunately we cannot go in this part of the site. And the blocks here are huge. These blocks are really massive. And again, here we have a little bit of a different style, because the blocks tend to be square. It's not polygonal anymore. So if you think that this site has been in use for 7,000 years officially, that's not no conspiracy theory. Officially they say first settlements of the area is 7,000 years ago, and they found also some walls built back then, at least supposedly. You can imagine how many times it was reconstructed, reused material, placed from one location to another in order to make it according to the purpose of the new invader or the new colonizer. And that's just the way it is when a site has so many years. You can see the same in some European cities, where layer after layer, and there was a war, there was destruction, all the debris was left around, they built new buildings on top of that, and when they start digging they find all the leveling and the levels and the layers of previous cultures. Here there seems to be some archaeological digs still going on, maybe some restoration work. Okay, here is the wall of the Upper Acropolis, and here there's some kind of a lobe in the wall going out. It appears to be to make this entrance where we just came up before. And anyway, you can see the size of this wall, which is really, really thick, and it's not like other times filled in with smaller pebbles in the middle. It's just big stone after big stone on the whole width of it. So, really powerful place. We cannot go any farther than here, but you can see the wall goes on. I will try to get into that road so we can see the southern part of the wall. And anyway, here we have the bastion, the load bastion with the entrance, and that's where we came from. I'm gonna walk back now. So for once, the masses of people coming from a bus allow us to give a sense of scale of the size of this wall. Like ants they are compared to the wall. Okay, we are driving along the southern side of the walls. You see here it's more squared, less rounded. Looks like almost as the rest of the part was trying to follow the hill. Instead here they just built bastion after bastion. We couldn't visit this area because there's archaeological digs going on. But yeah, maybe we can even see the northern side. I believe the road is closed, just open for archaeologists. There was an entrance there, but it's closed now. Anyway, that was it for Tiryns.